Yo, what up, fam? How's everyone doing? My name is William, aka Wilcer. Welcome to the channel where I talk about all things food delivery. I got a few things to talk about today. Pretty excited. I had to take another week off because I messed up my, I don't know how I injured it, but I was limping around again, so I had to like just relax, take it easy. It's good. I'm walking with like a very minimal limp, so I'm kind of good. But yeah, I had it a new addition to my ruckus. I got a counter here. I installed it really not so great, but we'll see how it pulls through today. I'll tell you guys more about its purpose a little later today. And also, let's see what else. Oh yeah, I got a couple watches I'm about to deliver. I'm all out of backpacks, so for those of you waiting for it, give me a little time. Just waiting on it to get to arrive. Gotta make some cup holders too. You already know how that shit takes time. But yeah, and also here's one big thing. I'm in the process of getting my, what is it, the M1 license. Woo-woo. Which is a motorcycle license, so you can operate. So give you license to operate motorcycles in California. So I just took my first class yesterday, which was like it was like 3.5 hours long. Very good, very informative. Learned a lot of things that I'm gonna be able to apply to this business, and things that I could show you guys about. It's pretty dope. So I'll show you guys more about it. I'll tell you guys more about it later. Someone asked, like, how are you driving without a motorcycle license? Just like this, boy. I got my regular driver's license, but not with, see, most cops here, here's the thing about LA. And things that I learned from getting in trouble all the time. You gotta just do things the right way. All that shit will catch up to you eventually. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So I was under the impression that I only needed a driver's license to ride this ruckus, which is strange because I guess I read the DMV handbook, and the only thing they would consider for you not to drive a license is like those bicycles that have pedals, that have a motor in it. Those you don't need a license. But that's like the only motor vehicle, like electric scooters. I forgot about those, but motorcycle, anything in California, anything above 49cc, basically you need a motorcycle license. Uber, however, Uber does not ask for that. Uber just asked, in order for you to qualify for scooter mode, I think, you need something that's, you need to have a registered vehicle of 49cc, which a ruckus is 49cc, and your driver's license, and they will put you on it. So like, to me, I was like, all right, well, that seems like I'm pretty good with a driver's license. But anyway, I'm in the process of getting it for that reason. Also because I just want to set myself up for, you know, whenever I go on all these trips in other cities, cops are going to have different rules and laws, and they're stricter than others. And if I get pulled over, I want to have everything in line. I don't care about a ticket. That's the last thing I care about. I take that as a business expense. But anything more than that, like, you know, getting tickets for driving without a license, and all those could be like little misdemeanors, which I want to stay away from. Also, to get those good rates for insurance. What's another few things? Well, anyway, and also to learn all these things that they teach you about safety, which is pretty, it's like one of the most important things. And I mean, I learned a lot through riding myself, through experience, but there's also all these other things that never really occurred to me, or it's taught to you in a different way, or a different way of doing things. And yeah, I'll kind of go through that. I've only taken one class, so I'll kind of talk to you guys. It was a lot of material. But I'll show you guys some of the things that stood out to me, and yeah, we'll go through it. But yeah, thanks for joining, guys. We're gonna have a good day today. Have a lot to talk about. But yeah, let me deliver these watches. Oh yeah, and also got a crank hustle hat, baby. What the hell? Thing's dirty in there. All right. Yeah, I'll tell you guys more about that later. Yeah, check it out. I got my crank hustle hat, trucker hats. They look fresh. Ooh. I brought one with me today to take some pictures. I don't have any good pictures of it. So by the time you guys watch this, it'll probably be up on the website already. If you guys want to cop a hat, go on there, support the channel, and yeah, rock a crank hustle trucker hat. All right, so let me get these apps started. All right, got Uber Eats on. Let's see, hopefully it's very busy in downtown LA apparently. All right, navigate. Am I in the market? How come I can't dash along the way? Ooh, don't tell me they got rid of that. Dash along the way. There we go. I had to close the app and open it again. What? To 2 p.m. only? Whack. All right. So I talked to you guys about on last video how I was gonna get a counter to count my how many deliveries I have. That's what this is for here. Yeah, I got 2 pickups for 12 bucks. It's kind of low. So this counter, which I put on here with like adhesive, zip tie, and some double-sided some Velcro, adhesive, and a zip tie. Yeah, that's a lot for one little device. I just didn't want that thing to fly out. But it looks sturdy. But every time I do a delivery, I'm gonna count them. But I'm only going to click it once I actually complete the delivery, because a lot of things can happen. I can unassign. So if I feel like if I count it first and I unassign it, which I do that a lot, then I can't reset it. I'll go back to 0. I can't go back 1. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just click the button or click the clicker. Well, I guess I could do it now. All right, I got 1 delivery. All right, let me reset it. All right, yeah, so I just push it once. Now I'm gonna do that every time I complete a delivery. Bam, bam. That way I can you guys can have a good idea how many deliveries I have. I also want to know, so I can kind of do the math at the end. How much did I average out per delivery? Like, I want to know if I'm making $10 per delivery on average, $7 per delivery, and how many deliveries I have actually made throughout the day. Because I mean, these $400 or $500 days, I'm curious to know how many deliveries I did that day. Also, it's a good way to kind of after a while, I'm gonna start getting like a good average of how much my deliveries are, like how much I'm actually getting per delivery, so I can kind of gauge how many deliveries I gotta do to make X amount of money. It's just more information, be interesting to analyze. I don't really look at it just because DoorDash, I have to check every single dash to count everything, and ain't nobody got time for that, so I'm not gonna do that, all that work. I could just count it and then mention it in the end of the video how many I got, or throughout the day. So yeah, that's the new edition. See how it works out. I got it black to match the ruckus. Looks kind of cool. Damn, 20 bucks for sprinkles. That's going all the way to Normandy. It's pretty good though, $20. It's probably gonna be like a cake or something. But it's gonna take me outside of DTLA, which I don't really want to do right now. It's 11:30, so it's gonna be lunch rush. I want to stay in this area. Alright, I declined that one, although it was really good. And I also got to start my QuickBooks. I'm tracking my mileage, just so I can write it off. I'm just keeping track of the mileage. track trip. All right. Oh, baby. First pickup for the day. 12 coins. Going to like the 6th Street Bridge. Basically going east. 12 bucks. I chose it because, all right, right north of that is a lot of places that I'll probably get deliveries from, like the Earth Cafe. Then there's Wilcer. Then there's, you know, Little Tokyo. There's all those ramen spots. There's a boba tea location. So that's really near. I like. I mean, that's obviously something good to do. Accept deliveries where they're gonna end up when you're around other restaurants. So you kind of just keep the momentum going. And god damn, this is all the way to Alhambra. You crazy boy. All right, so 12 bucks in the bag. Like I said, I'm not gonna hit this yet. I'm gonna hit this until I complete the deliveries. See how many I actually forget versus how many I actually do. We'll see. Wait, what street is this thing on? Oh, it's on Hope. All right. So we got pickup number 1. All right, got that. I accepted 2 more. Headed east, baby. Told y'all this was gonna happen. 2 more for California Chicken Cafe, I think. For that one was for 13 bucks. So where does that put me at? 25 bucks. Sweet. So that's 3 deliveries, and it's kind of along the way. I think one is more north, like going towards Little Tokyo. But we'll see. We'll see how much. We'll see which one I'll do first. I'm thinking most likely the Little Tokyo one, and then come bring it down towards the DoorDash one, and then the last Uber Eats one. Let me, you know what? Let me just look at the address. Oh, I can't with Uber Eats. DoorDash lets you see the address where it's going to, not Uber Eats. Uber Eats you have to confirm pickup, which I don't have. I don't have the, what you may call it. I don't have the food yet, so we'll find out. Patience. NASCAR's. Look, don't do that. Don't just be in the middle of the street like that, like this Lexus here. Not very smart. Cycle class, it's loaded with information. I mean, it was just 3 hours and a half of content. You know, like the classes consisted of, like, you know, obviously an introduction. There's also is motorcycling right for you? And that's the cool thing about the testing, because if you can't pass the test, then obviously it's probably a good thing, because then you know not to go out and ride a motorcycle, which could prevent your ass from being injured and possibly dying. So you gotta be able to know if you could do it. I did like a lot of us that get motorcycles and don't have any experience on 2 wheels, like not even riding a bike. I just jumped straight to a motorcycle. That's kind of risky. That's very risky, actually. But it kind of tells you, like, you know, is it right for you? And as I was going through the class, they were talking about, like, the risks that are involved, and you know how you have to pay attention to the road, like, at all times. Aggressive attention, I think is the term they used. I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm fucking scanning everything while I'm working. I mean, that's the thing that sucks about doing deliveries with a filming forward. You can never see where my eyes are looking, but my eyes are like scanning everything at all times, and it's only because, yeah, you gotta see everything coming before, yeah. Oh, but you gotta find all hazards. Hold on, guys, I'm gonna pick these 2 up. Number 1. Oh shit. Just opening. Alright. Guess I'm about to take down the borders. Alright, that's cool. Now I gotta go to California. I mean, Sweet Greens. I guess they were both from here, but gotta just go around and get it. I got all three. Let's go. Alright, so now let's see which one I'm gonna do first. Alright, confirm pickup. I got a lot of time to drop this off. Alright, let me see the Uber Eats one. Alright, cool. I'm gonna do this Uber Eats one first. And then it's on 1st Street in Little Tokyo. And then this one is gonna be probably my second one. And then the last Uber Eats one. So it works out. This gives me 15. I got 25 minutes to deliver this DoorDash one. That's more than enough time to drop this one off and then head over there. So let's do that. And for now, I'm gonna tell you guys. So this class that I got, it's a CMSP, and they give you a handbook. Handbook is pretty useful, a lot of good stuff. I'll check to see if I can share it. It's like a Dropbox link, and the Dropbox link basically has access to the handbook. Now, if there's no problem with me sharing it, I'll post the link on the video. If not, I'll figure out a way to get it to you guys. Just don't want to get in trouble for it, you know. But yeah, I guess one thing I could do is read out the chapters. We covered 5 units yesterday. This book has, oh shit, what the fuck did I just do? We covered 5 units yesterday. And let me show you guys the units we covered. All right, unit number 1 was welcome to the world of motorcycling. That's number 1. Unit 2 is introduction to motorcycling. Unit 3 is preparing to ride. And then number 4 is wheels in motion. And 5 is mental motorcycling. I guess it would make sense if I talk a little bit about each one. First one is just the motorcycling. So it's like the objective of the course, requirements, the schedule, blah blah. Required materials. You got to bring materials because at that class they'll let you borrow equipment, but you're supposed to kind of like get your own equipment, like leather gloves and long sleeve shirts, jeans with no holes in it, boots that cover the ankles, because those provide or shoes that protect the ankles. I guess because a motorcycle, you know how it has a lot of hot parts. I mean, a moped is different. You got your foot here on the platform, but a motorcycle, you tend to have your legs near like hot areas of the engine. So it's safer to have, they require you to have like boots that wrap over the ankles. So like what else? And then the helmets, they talk about the type of helmets. Like I have like the half helmet, which is the one that provides the least amount of protection. Oh, so there's the full face helmet, right? The one with that covers your entire face. That's the best one you can get. Provides the most protection. And yeah, like there's like a 35% chance if I have an accident that I'm gonna land on my jaw or face. And with a half helmet like the one that I have, shit does not protect that at all. Now I understand that, and I think the reason why I don't have a full face is for a few reasons. One is because I feel claustrophobic in that shit. 2 is because it touches the GoPro. Like the GoPro's really high. It's like 3 inches away from my jaw. That's why it sounds so good too. And also, yeah, that's another reason. And also, what's the other one? Yeah, because when I talk before the video, I noticed that when I had the other helmet, you really couldn't hear, and it was touching the camera a lot, which make a sound. So yeah, and then can't really eat or drink out of that motherfucker. Gotta take the whole helmet off. So for me, it's a no-go. I feel like I would have one if I had a faster motorcycle. I would get something like that, but I'm always doing 35 miles an hour. Not that I won't injure my face or jaw with this, because that's totally possible. That has happened. That could happen even on a bicycle or one of those electric scooters. But I mean, if I'm traveling at higher rates of speed, I want to obviously have more protection. But anyway, then we'll go through unit 2 right now. Pretty good stuff. Like I've learned a lot, and I'm gonna see how maybe I can break it down in like smaller videos. No, I probably won't do that. That's a lot of work. I'll just talk about it throughout the day today. All right, I'm gonna do the first delivery. It's on this street. Where is it? I think it's that hotel. Oh no, it's not. It's actually in the Arts District. 2 is introduction to motorcycling. So that one is like it's motorcycling right for you. Like I was talking to you guys about earlier, is like some people are not like really made for motorcycling. I mean, there's a lot of things you have to pay attention to, and you have to be like have your attention, you have to be focused, and there's a lot of risk involved. And they threw a little the statistics at us. It's pretty crazy. So on a motorcycle, you're 38 times more likely to get in an accident. 38 times more likely. That's ridiculous. Like, I wouldn't ride something if it was twice as likely to cause injury than something else. Something that I wasn't experienced on or was confident with. But 38 times, god damn. That's ridiculous. But yeah, that's that statistic. Something you guys gotta, I mean, something to pay attention to when, you know, when you switch onto a motorcycle from a car, is that you're 38 times more likely to get in an accident, which is a big one, and something that we definitely got to keep in mind when we're riding these things. These things aren't toys, man. They can be very dangerous. Another one was like when you get in a car accident in a car, there's a 20% chance you'll get injured, and that's because, you know, the airbags, the cage, the crumble zones, they have a lot of protection in these cars, especially newer cars. In a motorcycle, there's an 80% chance you're gonna get injured if you get in an accident. So almost guaranteed you're gonna get injured in any accident. And it's true. The time I got hit in a U-turn, I messed up my leg, my right leg, and that put me out for a bit. And also it kind of like got me a little what's the word, it got me anxiety. Now I feel like every car's gonna turn into me, but it did make me more cautious. So I guess don't wait for accidents to happen to stay like oh shit, where is this building? All right guys, let me go back. Yeah, don't wait till you get in an accident to learn from it. Delivery off, so boom, delivery number 1, baby. All right, just hit the clicker, so I got 1 down. Now let's go to this DoorDash one. Let me just see where it's at real quick. I got the PDF open for the book. Let me just put the navigation. The navigation's cool because it'll be over all windows. Oh shit, they're filming a movie. Oh, I'm like right in the movie set. Sick. Damn, they're about to film too. Yeah, it could have came out in a TV show or a movie right now. All right. So yeah, guys. Yeah, those statistics stood out the most to me. That was pretty insane. I knew it was more dangerous to ride a motorcycle than a car, obviously, but I didn't know how much more likely you were to be in an accident compared to a car. Now I do gotta point out that before I started riding my Honda Ruckus, I was riding a bike for like 7 years. I got rid of my car, tired of getting in trouble, and I just got rid of it altogether. And I was like, man, everything I do is very local, so I'm just gonna do this shit on the bike. I felt like I wasn't mature enough for a vehicle at the time, and it was a great move because, yeah, I fell in love with that shit. But I have all that experience riding bikes, and I think this Ruckus is like a step up because now you got an engine, you go a little faster. So my top speed on the bike was what, 25 miles an hour. Downhill you'll probably get like 35, 45 miles an hour. Your boy will fly on that thing. I was all fit. I had the whole spandex helmet, you know, a very light road bike. I was on it, baby. Doing long ass trips. I think my longest trip that I ever took on my bike was from San Francisco to Los Angeles. That shit took 7 days. So the experience was there. So transitioning from this to this was like, all right, it still takes time to get used to the bike, but it's very close. And a lot of the experience that I learned from my other bike, I brought onto this. That's what I'm saying. Some of you guys go straight to a motorcycle without having prior experience, and that's very risky. I recommend you guys take this class and try to get that M1's license like I'm gonna do, baby. But yeah, so here, let's go through the let me go through the other part. So where we're at, unit number 2. Yeah, is it right for you? And yeah, assessing the risk. That's basically what I was talking about, like the dangers of it. And there's one cool diagram that they have, and they show the helmet. But I guess I could talk about that later. But yeah, and then risk acceptance. Like when you ride a bike, you gotta know what the risks are when you do this stuff, and you gotta accept it. Like, all right, but you gotta understand it, and that's it. And then yeah, accept the responsibility. Like, all right, I know the dangers. You go out there and yeah, it's your responsibility at that point. Like what I always say with accidents is, like, if you could have prevented it, it's 100% your fault. Because with motorcycles, there's no like that statistic, there's an 80% chance you're gonna get injured in an accident. That's fucking crazy. So you gotta try to prevent all accidents, even if they're not like your fault. You have to be able to predict or try to see things coming, try to see like hazardous things before they actually happen. Which involves scanning everything all the time. Intersections is one of the most dangerous places where most multiple car accidents happen. It's in an intersection. So like right here, this is probably where you have to pay the most attention to, is when you're making a turn. Unit number 3 was preparing to ride. That's the introduction. Now that's like getting your right gear. And when you ride a motorcycle or a bike, well, mostly motorcycles, there's a lot of shit you gotta get. A lot of gear. Like, I've invested so much in my setup, and it never stops. I'm always trying to get different things, I've gotten different helmets, different types of gloves. The weather changes, so when the weather changes, you get different type of to stay comfortable, to stay warm, to stay dry. So your gear is very important. You want to make sure you got something that's comfortable, so you can always be able to pay attention. You don't want shit distracting you all the time, because that can get very dangerous as well. So gear is important. All right, I'm gonna do my second drop off right now. Have you guys ever been in this building? They separate them in, like, there's sections in this building. There's A, B, C, D, F buildings, and then there's unit numbers. So I kind of already know the whole process of this bad boy. So let me do this drop off. I'll come back to you guys in a bit. Sometimes there's quite a walk in this building. Trying to reduce taking the stairs as much as possible. Not like it's anything new. I always do that. Just gotta be more cautious. My little broken ass leg. All right, so another delivery. 2 deliveries for the day. Let's go do this next one, which is fucking literally 0.4 miles away. Really close. All right, so I got 3 deliveries down, 25 bucks in. My leg's my knee's getting a little warm already. It's overheating quickly. All right, so I'm just gonna head back, see what else I can get. Move on to the next portion. Well, I'm still at unit 3. We talked about, we just basically talked about gear. Jackets, pants, riding suits. I guess when you start getting those big bikes, those crotch rockets, you're gonna start needing better equipment, because you're going higher rates of speed. I'm getting a delivery for 14 bucks. That's far. Decline. Very bumpy road here. Alright. Gotta pay attention here. I kinda wanna go under the 6th Street Bridge. Let's go check it out. Let's go check out the progress. Alright, so then we talked about part of the gear is getting things that are visible. You need to be visible during the daytime and nighttime. Daytime, it's good to have bright colors. Something I don't do. I think the brightest color I wear is gray. Everything I wear is black. I do have a bunch of reflective gear though. So there's 2 kinds of gear I guess you can get. There's reflective and there's retro reflective. Reflective means that I forgot which one was which. Retro reflective, I think it's where you have bright colors and light bounces and it bounces in all directions, like a bright color shirt. But the reflective, it only bounces back to the source of the light. Oh snap! Look at the stairs here on the left. Damn, son. So you're gonna be able to climb the stairs all the way to the top. And from I'm talking about 60th Bridge right now. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but here in 60th Bridge, in the rendering of the bridge, it looks like on one of the arches you're gonna be able to walk on top of it. And I think this is the one where the stairs go up, and then they're gonna build like a walkway to go over it. But I don't know if they're actually gonna do that. I think it might be, because that one's super wide. It's a lot wider than the ones than all the other ones. At least from here, it appears to be a lot wider. But yeah, check out this bridge, yo. Damn. So they're completing the stairs. Check out that anti-earthquake proof. They all have like that rubber thing. So then there's an earthquake, the bridge is gonna kind of stay in place, and the whole world's gonna shake below it. But that bridge is just gonna stay there. It's gonna prevent a lot of the vibrations that moves it, rocks it back and forth. So that thing's gonna kick in. It's the entire bridge is set on those rubber rings that I forgot how many it has. How many arches does it have? I think it has 12 arches, and every point has one of them. Basically, the earth moves, or the fault moves back and forth. The bridge is gonna just stay there, kind of like a gimbal, to prevent it from getting damaged. Pretty fascinating engineering and architecture. I mean, Yeah, just earlier, one of those damn, I always forget the name of those electric mopeds. Those things are so quiet, like super quiet. You cannot hear them. One passed by me earlier. I was like, oh shit, kind of startled me because I did not hear it coming at all. The ruckuses aren't that loud either. They don't have big engines like other motorcycles where you hear their asses coming from down the street. The ruckus has got a little engine. I feel like if you're between cars, lane splitting slowly, people will hear you coming. But for the most part, don't count on it. People are usually distracted in their cars anyway. Windows rolled up, music blasting on their phones. But the visibility part, I do wear a vest that's reflective, and it's mainly to be seen at night. In the daytime, I have my high beams on at all times, just because the lights point up, and there's a higher chance of them being able to see you through their mirrors, because the lights are pointing up and they're very bright. In the daytime, they won't get blinded. I said this before, because they're, what is it called? Their pupils, they're not dilated. They're like really tiny because of all the light. You know, they get tiny when there's a lot of light. So at nighttime, they open up. So if you flash something bright at them, all that light goes in there and it blinds them temporarily. You won't be doing that during the daytime. So I recommend having your high beams on and getting really bright LEDs. But yeah, so I'm going to the arts district right now. Try to get some money over there. I got 3 deliveries down. So aside from protection, there's visibility and then comfort, getting stuff that's comfortable for you. And the last part of that unit was just to inspect your motorcycle or your ruckus or whatever you have regularly. Like make sure your brakes are working, make sure you got good air pressure, you done all the maintenance on it, just to not have like malfunctions while you're riding. Like one example was when my brake gave out, the thing just ripped. I mean, there's really no way for me to tell that was gonna happen, but it did. Just stuff like that reduces risk. But yeah, that was unit number 3. Like, I'm just barely going through all these things, guys, but we talked about each one a lot. Like I said, it was 3.5 hours. This video is probably gonna be an hour, maybe 2. And I'm talking about other stuff besides the handbook we went through. But yeah, unit number 4 is unit wheels in motion. Oh, this is where we start getting technical about the actual motorcycle and its controls. Because with a moped, and most mopeds and a Honda Ruckus, it's automatic. It's literally just the front. You got a front brake and a back brake and a throttle. You got an engine shut-off switch here on the right, and on the left you got a horn, and then you got a left and right turn signal, your high beams and low beams. Motorcycles tend to have more than that, because a motorcycle has a clutch. It has 6 gears, 5. Some have 5 gears, some have 6. It has a neutral, kind of like a stick shift car. I mean, you could think about it like a stick shift car, because every time you change gears, you gotta hit the clutch. So that's one thing I gotta learn, because I do not know how to do that. I don't know how to operate a motorcycle that has gears. So you have the clutch on your left foot, and it's crazy because you have the first gear you have to push down. Ooh, Simply Side for 10 bucks. Let's do it. All right, gonna make a left. All right, so yeah, and then the other gears is you go up. You have to hit the clutch. One, like there's neutral, which is half clutch, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 6. So that's I'm gonna have a class tomorrow, Wednesday morning. Today's Tuesday. It's gonna be from like 6 in the morning to like 10 in the morning. So it's gonna be a long class, and I think that's where we're gonna learn how to like actually use a motorcycle. They're gonna let us borrow a motorcycle. I'm gonna take my GoPro, and if they're like, hey, you can't film, fuck it, I can't film. But if I do, I'm gonna film it so I can show you guys like the class. I forgot to ask yesterday. But yeah, where was I at? Oh yeah, so they start talking about the controls that all it has like the ignition. Then you have your front brake, which is on the right hand, in front of the right handle grip, and then your rear brake, which is on your right foot. You're gonna use your front brake like 70-90% of the stopping power. It's usually gonna be from your front brake. So on a motorcycle like that, you're usually almost always gonna just be using your front brake. Then there's a rear brake. What else? What other controls? Let's see. Oh, how to get on and off the bike. Like, remember, this ruckus is just a step through. I just gotta, you know, there's a platform here. You just literally just get on it. It's so easy. A motorcycle though, like, you gotta throw your leg over the engine. So there's a process to it. You know, when you jump on, you hold the handlebars, you hold the brake so the motorcycle doesn't move back and forth. You throw your right foot over. They recommend you start from the left hand side because the kickstand's there. Then you throw your right foot over. What else? I'm trying to tell you everything I remember because shit's fresh right now. Also, it's gonna help me retain the information because there is a multiple choice test at the end, pass or fail. And the more I talk about these things, I feel like the more they'll stick. So then the starting the motorcycle, it's kind of this is an extra process to the ruckus, more than the ruckus. Like, you have to have it on neutral, you have to hold the clutch down and then start it. So there's definitely like a little bit of a different process than the ruckus. Remember, the ruckus is always going to be a simplified version of a motorcycle. Like I said, just one gear, just one throttle, no clutch. Ooh, better not injure myself. All right, let me pick this up, guys. Picked up the Simply Salad. Now I gotta take it down to, all right, Alameda. The row, where is, oh, okay. I know where this is at. Cool. So we talked about like turning the motorcycle. Pretty interesting because there's things that I did do that I didn't even notice I was doing. So when you make a left, you gotta like kind of throw your body a little bit to the left. But before you do that, you do a counter turn. So you kind of go right a little bit, so your body kind of starts leaning to the left, and then you turn left. You kind of dip. I don't know if I can explain it as well, but you always do like a counter turn. So like I'm gonna have to make a left right here. So like if I want to get into the lane, you kind of make a little right turn and then left, so you can turn into it. And that's got to do with your balance. You know, when you turn your weight, the motorcycle kind of automatically turns itself. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't even notice I did that. So it's called counterbalance or something like that. There's so many terms. Like, you guys gotta remember, I gotta, like, this is like probably the worst thing that I was terrible at in school, was remembering the shit and answering it correctly on a test. It's fucking basically impossible for me. So right now that it's fresh, it's good for me to talk about it, so that shit can stick. But yeah, but that's the first one. That was unit number 4, wheels in motion. Just, you know, learning all the controls, getting on and off the bike, how to start a motorcycle, turning, shifting, and then stopping the bike, like the brakes and all that shit. I think this unit was the most interesting one to be. Well, the number 4 of learning all the controls on the bike and shifting, that was an interesting one. But this one's also interesting because it talks about mental motorcycling. That's unit number 5. And that one talks about visibility, scanning, target fixation, line of sight, so like looking really far away, following distance, lane placement. Then there's like real technical terms like the A3 strategy, which is shit. All right, let's see if I remember. It was assessing. It was assessing, then shit, I forgot. I think one was action, assessing your action, and then forgot what the other one is. But it's you do that as you're gonna approach something. You gotta assess it. I'll have to look that up. Then there's intersection situations, and then non-intersection situations. And then they start talking about left turns, right turns, and all that, where accidents happen the most. But yeah, that one had a lot of good information in it. I'll start from the top. Part is on this unit was visibility. So there's a bunch of ways that you can be seen while riding, and one is your clothing, you know, like bright clothing, reflective stuff. There's your headlight. You know, I said to have your high beams on whenever possible, during the daytime at least. Then there's your brake light. Every time you stop, your brake light turns on. Horn honking, that's another way people can like you can turn attention to yourself. And yeah, so those are a few things that you can do to being visible. Then there's seeing others. That you do that by scanning. So when you're riding this, you're never just focused on one area. Like, I'm not just looking at the concrete and the floor directly in front of me. I'm looking at the street on the left, see if there's anyone turning. I'm looking at the right to make sure no one's coming. I'm looking through all the cars to make sure no one's got their wheels turned into the street. Because if they got their wheels turned into the street, I gotta like look in the car to see if there's anyone in there that's gonna make like a random ass U-turn. See, like this car, gotta make sure this car sees me. Gotta make sure this car is going. See, this forklift might back out. There's people walking in the street, gotta make sure they're not gonna walk in. Like, there's so much shit that you gotta constantly be scanning. So like most of the time you're riding a motorcycle, you're just looking at everything. Like, this truck, is it going to go straight or is it gonna make a left? The light's green for me, cool, safe for me to turn. So that has to do with just scanning your environment. You're like taking mental pictures of everything and registering in your brain. All right, is it safe to go? Is there someone that's gonna violate the right of way? Meaning, like, does it look like someone's gonna basically do something illegal and get in front of you? Oh, that's another statistic. Usually when there's a crash, there's like I forgot the statistic, but it's really high. It's like in the 80s, 90s%, 80s or 90% chance that whenever a motorcycle is in an accident, it's because the motorcycle crashed into something. So that could be whether you might have hit a barrier, or a car got in front of you and you crashed into it, or debris. But most of the time it's because the motorcycle runs into something. Like, that's like usually how an accident occurs in a motorcycle. Like in my case, the lady that did a U-turn, she struck me on the right hand side. Like, she basically crashed into my radiator. So she ran into me on the side, which was fucking unfortunate. But yeah, then the next part is target fixation. I don't remember this part. Let me read this real quick and do this delivery. Fixation happens when the eyes of the brain are focused so intently on a particular object that awareness of other obstacles diminish, and the vehicle you're attempting to control tends to veer towards that object. It's true, because wherever you look, your motorcycle tends to follow that area. So target fixation is when you're focused too much on one thing that you start paying less attention to other things. I guess that's what that is. Let me do this delivery and I'll jump back on. One more delivery, baby. I got 4. I missed a bunch of them on DoorDash because I'm over here fucking looking at my notes or like looking at the handbook. But fuck it. Let's resume. I can't even get out through here. Still good turn. What we talked about is line of sight, which is you know, just picking a line, like you're picking a line where you can have like sight where you can kind of see as further as possible, really. So you could travel on that path and be aware of anything that might change or anything might pop out. And then yeah, so you can have enough time to move or swerve, or if anything hazardous comes out. So that's what that line of sight is. You have to, you know, pick the best line of sight. So like a good example would be like, instead of being behind a truck that you can't see really around it, is to back off more and maybe be in the middle, because here in California we can lane split, so be like more in the between the lanes so you can see further ahead, so you have time to react. Hopefully that makes sense. Now the scanning part, I do that, you gotta do aggressive scanning. So like, yeah, you basically do what it sounds like. You gotta scan things like very aggressively. Like one thing that I do a lot is I have 2 mirrors, right, on each side. I have my regular mirror, which lets me see far away, and then I have the more like a fisheye mirror that lets me see right here, like right at basically my blind spot. So I scan both. I scan back far away, then I scan like my blind spot, and I still do a quick head turn sometimes. That's 3. I'm basically doing 3 scans, all like really rapidly. So if I'm gonna turn to my right lane, I look here to make sure there's no car behind me trying to maybe pass me over really fast. Then I look at the fisheye to make sure there's no one like directly, like right next to me in my blind spot. And then I do a quick head turn to just look to see if there's like no one there, like kind of like a verifying that last scan, and then cool, I'll make my move. And you know, like, I mean, I do it so much that I really didn't think about that I did all of that until I started reading it. I'm like, yeah, that's like fucking scan the shit out of everything around me. So that's aggressive scanning, which I thought was pretty fucking fascinating. I'm like, damn, it really do be like that. Now here's one thing I did mention in one of my videos, which I do, and they talked about it here. It's called lane placement. So I mean, for a car can fit an entire lane, right? Because that's usually the average size of a car. It takes up a whole lane. However, when you're on 2 wheels, there's 3 placements that you can be on in a car on a lane. Then there's the outer position, which is on the left side. Then there's the center placement, which is in the middle, and then there's the inner placement, which is on the right. So those are basically 3 areas that we can use up in our lane. And how do you know what to use, what placement to use when you're around traffic? Well, you always want to stay as far away as cars as possible. And that's because, you know, there's a lot of dangers when you're really close to a car, and it's not going to give you enough time to react. Like fucking cars can open their doors in front of you. Someone can turn into your lane, which has happened to me so many times. Like, if there's 2 lanes in the street and I'm on the left lane and there's a car in the right lane, I'm gonna be on the outer placement. I'm gonna be closest to the left. So I'm gonna closest to the left and be as furthest away from the car as possible. And what usually almost happens, like all the time, is the car will start turning into my lane without even like seeing me or acknowledging that I'm there. So usually I honk, or I have enough time to move out the way, or eventually they'll see me. But if I were to be on the inner position, like a inner placement of the lane, he probably would have struck me a bit, and I could have went down. So you gotta just stay away from, give yourself as much distance as possible using the lane placement. See, like right here, I'm going right down the middle, son. Oh, another $8 one for Simply Salad. All right, got $8. What was I, 35? Now I'm at 43 bucks. All right, I'm gonna go to Simply Salad. I wasn't even able to hear the notification. Call that space cushion. So give yourself enough space cushion from other cars, to avoid them from doing like quick turns. Like I said, when there's parked cars, you never know when there's someone in there just gonna swing that door open. Sometimes these Uber drivers let their fucking passengers off in the middle of the street. Those fuckers will just open the door without looking. So give yourself that space cushion between cars. That's one thing that I learned how to do, that I felt was safe. But you know, there's a whole fucking, there's terms for this shit. But pretty good stuff. Then the other one is have some escape routes. So there's diagrams here for this. So basically, like, you want to be in the position where if you need to, you'll be able to like lane split, or you'll have a position where between cars where you can kind of go to the next lane. You know, don't be in a position where you're riding where you're kind of trapped, because there you really have nowhere to go. If something happens in front of you, you're gonna like, if you can't stop on time, you're most likely going to be involved in that accident. So you need wiggle room to like move around and have that escape route. Protect your lane. What is that? Avoid sharing your lane with other vehicles. Okay, that makes sense. Simply Salad, here I come. Strategy. So this is the one that I forgot. But it's 3 words, right? So it's awareness. So that's when you do scanning, then you become aware of stuff. Then your assessment, which I got confused because they sound like the same shit. And then there's action. So awareness, assessment, and action. And let me pick up in here, and in there I'll probably read through it real quick. And I got you, man. Oh shit, my knee. Interesting. So so the awareness is being aware of like any potential dangers, like a cyclist, a pedestrian, an animal, road hazards. Like let's say if it's raining and you see a puddle or you see gravel on the road, that's the awareness part. Then the assessment part is like, okay, you see the hazard and you kind of have to want to try to predict what this hazard is going to do. So for example, if there's someone walking, you gotta like kind of try to predict like what that person might do. Or a car that has its wheels turned into you, you got to predict to see what you're gonna do or what it might do. Is it gonna do an illegal U-turn? Is it gonna walk? Is it gonna go in? Is it gonna violate the right-of-way? You know, like, you know how some people don't even stop at the stop sign or make a right turn when they don't wait for you. So you're gonna have to try to predict it. And this is how you're doing this very aggressively and very fast. That's the assessment part. So is this going to be a danger? Like, here's another one. You see gravel on the road. So when I see gravel on the road, I assess it, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna make a sharp turn or try to stop right away, because the chances of me slipping is very high. So I'm just gonna kind of try to go straight and without turning, and I'm just gonna slowly try to stop. And it has prevented me from accidents. But so the awareness was the looking at the gravel. The assessment was what's gonna happen what's gonna be the consequences if I turn, and it's gonna be basically that I'm gonna slip. And the action was just keep going straight, slowly, and slow down slowly. gradually come to a stop, and then yeah, don't turn. So that's basically the A3 strategy. And you're doing this shit all day. You're constantly, like, you know, being aware of everything, and then try to predict people's behaviors, and then you got to take action. And all that is going to get better and better through experience. As you get more comfortable with your bike, as you get more aware of your area. I always say that the streets in LA have a certain type of language, like a certain way of it moving. And because I spent so much time in downtown LA, I kind of have a great understanding of it, like how fast cars are in certain streets, where the streets are fucked up and where they're actually paved, and where there's bike lanes and when there isn't, where there's one-way streets, where people make common mistakes, and that's hazard. Those are all kind of things you learn through experience. But yeah, pretty good stuff. Hopefully I remember it this time. Awareness, assessment, and action. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be in the test. One big thing is there's like I said earlier, intersections are one of the places where most of the collisions happen. So whenever you approach an intersection, you gotta look to the left of you, to the right of you, see if there's anything crazy going on. Because you remember, an accident could happen in the street, but it can come at you. You gotta be aware of that. Also, when you stop at an intersection, you gotta look behind you. So you gotta make sure that the car behind you is actually fucking gonna stop. I do that all the time. Cause I don't know if you guys ever been in an accident, or if it's where you get rear-ended. That's just scary. It usually happens in yeah, either in the intersections people are not paying attention, or in freeways when things just really dramatic, like, you know how traffic just comes really fast into a halt, like a halt. It's a good habit to have, to always check behind you, like if the cars are actually gonna stop. All right, let me do this delivery real quick, guys. I think I have to meet this person right here somewhere. Oh, I see him. Hit the counter. I got 5 and I'm at 43. He gave me some cash, a tip, like a couple bucks, I think. Pretty cool. But then I remember I got my DMV registration renewal bill in my pocket. I brought it with me because I procrastinated. It expires this month, so I just gotta go to a kiosk. Let's see if I can find one around here. It's one. I'll probably go look for it later. Kiosk. I'm sure there's gonna be one in downtown. DMV kiosk. Kiosk, those little machines where I can just go and scan the barcode. Oh shit, there isn't one in downtown. But there's one in USC. There's a couple in USC, and there's one on the way to my house. They close at 10. Oh hell yeah, I got time. Cool. So that's another thing. I'm gonna get the sticker to renew my registration. I think I gotta pay like 136 bucks, which ain't shit because my car's like $400. Jesus. But that's another thing I gotta do today. Good thing I got that tip because I would have forgot. Big one that I think is very important is staying away from people's blind spots. Now, if you guys have experience driving a car, you know that you know where your blind spots are. And also depends on the kind of car you have. Like, you have a big ass truck, there's a lot of things you can't see, like in front of you, like if a really short animal walked in front of you, you probably won't see it. Your blind spots is also to your left and right behind you, like by your back, your rear passenger doors, that whole area there. Those are all blind spots in the car. Stay away from those areas. From other people, from cars. Another big one is trucks. big ass 16-wheeler trucks, they have a bunch of blind spots. Like if you're gonna pull up in front of them, like at an intersection, make sure you pull up like really way ahead or way in front of them so they see you. And obviously if you can't see their mirrors, they can't see you. And then behind them, if you're behind them, give enough distance and give yourself that escape route to get out of there in case anything happens last minute or last second. But yeah, just try to stay, like look at this car right here. See how it has its tires turned into the street? Looks like it's gonna do a U-turn, so I kind of just slow it down. All right, cool. I got delivered for rice and nori for 13 bucks. It's kind of going north of Chinatown, but that's cool. I'm down. $13. What does that put me? Puts me at 56 bucks, right? Because I was at 43 plus 13, yeah, 56. Cool. Probably a good spot to take a picture of the crank hustle hat. Kind of. It does look kind of cool because of the background, the lights. All right, I'm gonna try it from this way, come looking back. Oh, maybe right here. Put this phone away. That looks cool. Take one more. I gotta open it. Take the little thing out. This is a brand new one. I haven't used it. Got the cardboard. See, there's so many things to fucking photography. Was gonna cop a hat. All right, let's go pick up rice and nori. To my ruckus, and I got another one for DoorDash for the same restaurant for 15 bucks. I'm like, hell yeah. It's far though. It's a good I'm gonna end up by like back of Elysian Park somewhere. So I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. 15 doll hairs. Like, what's up, man? ¿Qué pasó?
¿Dónde ordenaste tu portabulto?
La mochila?
No, el otro, el de abajo.
Oh, rack. Este es de Road, yo creo que de Roadrunner. Roadrunner, ellos venden esos para sus bicicletas eléctricas, pero la puedo usar para esta. Yeah. So Roadrunner, ¿sabes esa brand de mochilas? Ahí en su website. Pero siempre están vendidas.
¿Así?
Yeah, es bien difícil agarrarlas porque no tienen.
Sí me lo puedes anotar.
Yeah.
Necesito yo agarrar una, pero...
He wants to know where the grills are. Okay.
Bueno, sirva.
Para tu mochila, ¿no?
Sí, porque mira dónde la ando trayendo.
Roadrunner backpacks, a ver. Creo que es la compañía. A ver si es esta. No es esta. Damn. Roadrunner. A ver. Alright. He wanted to know where to get that rack that I got from. It's not Roadrunner, it's Rat Powered Bikes, I think. Damn, I could probably give him the wrong website. But yeah, racks is one of those things that people ask for a lot to secure their backpacks. They come with the VSET 92. It comes with its own rack. Aside from that, like I don't have any extra ones. I've had a few, but those things, you know, someone like always needs them. I think I'm just gonna end up finding someone that welds and have them make some. That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Anybody out there live in LA or in the US that welds, let me know. Might have to do that myself. Jesus, I got too much on my plate already. 56 plus 15, 71 bucks. Yeah, I think I'm right. Another one, another diagram here that they use called SPAT, S-P-A-T, and it basically stands for speed, position, aim, and turn. It's all a process for proper turning, and I'll get more of that into detail right now. Let me just drop this off. It's one of 2 deliveries I got. Oh shit, how do I get in there? Let's see. Got number 6 down. I'm headed for this one. It's about like 12 minutes away according to this. That's gonna be delivery number 7. That's about like $10 a delivery. Pretty good. All right, so I want to talk about SPAT, which is the cornering cycle. Now, ideally, we'll like to have like turns with like curved hills and roads and stuff like that, but that's not the case. So when we make turns, like if we fail to like know how fast we gotta go and how we have to like lean our body, and if we do it too fast, we'll end up running off the road. And if we turn too closely, we can crash into an incoming car. So this thing has it has a process, I guess. So SPAT stands for speed. So it means to accelerate or it's accelerate or decelerate maintenance. And then there's P, position, body lane, traffic group, like I guess which way you're gonna be in the lane to make the turn. Aim, look, plan, and connect the dots. And then the last one is turn, the steering, leaning. So that's the process. So at first you gotta find the right speed for the turn. You gotta make sure you're not going too fast for a turn or too slow. Then you gotta be ready to like position yourself in the lane, in the right lane. Like if you want to make a wide left, you want to go into the further to the left and kind of go in towards the lane and then end up back on the outside. They have diagrams for this, which I can't show you guys. Then there's like you aim it, so you kind of connect the dots of the route you're gonna take. So you aim it, and then there's the actual turn. Woo. It's a very detailed part of the graph. Like each one has like a whole paragraph. But that's basically it. It's managing your turns so you do correctly and avoid an accident. Speed, position, aim, and turn. I gotta remember that. That definitely sounds like something that would be on the on a test somewhere. Speed, position, aim, and turn. SPAT. So there's a lot to this cornering section. Something that I wish I could go into more detail with you guys. Well, I'm just kind of going through like the stuff we talked about. There's a lot of missing pieces of information, but I'm just gonna go to the next part since, yeah, can't really be reading while I'm writing. No wonder I was kind of like confused with the SPAT part. That's unit 6. We haven't even gone over that. So yeah, I guess it ends at unit 5. Unit 6, that's something we're gonna do on our next class. I kind of went ahead of myself, but that's cool. I got a little bit of I kind of read about it a little bit, but I'm like, whoa, I don't even remember going through all that. But yeah, that's basically the 5 units we went through in that course. Pretty good stuff. And I'm gonna like let you guys know how my other class goes. There's one on Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be an actual like riding the motorcycle and learning how the gears work and all that stuff. And then there's another class, which I believe that's where we're gonna start covering the other units. And I think there's like one more class on the motorcycle. I could be wrong though, I gotta check. But it's 3 days. It was Monday, Wednesday, and then Thursday. So I'll make a video for after each day. Like I said, I'm gonna go tomorrow. And then after work, after the class, I'm gonna work. So I'll be able to talk about it then. So yeah. Cars here waiting in line. It's a school. Makes sense. Yeah, it's 1:44. It's about that time. People start picking up their kids from school. So I'm gonna do this last delivery here in fuck, where am I in? What city is this? Fuck around and ended up in Highland Park. So now I'm gonna make my way towards Silver Lake. I'll see if I get any deliveries on the way. God, that miso soup messed me up. The miso, it was a paper bag. Y'all already know. It was funny too, because halfway through I was like, damn, it's a long distance. I'm riding really fast. The faster you ride, the more aggressive the more bumpy the ride's gonna be. And I was like, she did mention there was a drink in there, but it was a canned soda. So I'm like, oh, all right, it's cool. But then I did read the miso soup. I'm like, damn, if there's any motherfucker that's gonna act up in that bag, it's gonna be the miso soup. Sure enough, I opened the bag and then like the fucking bag was torn. God damn it. But it's cool. I put it on her stairs, and she came out and I told her, and she was super cool about it. She's like, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it. It was a little bit of the miso soup that leaked out, but that was enough. That was enough to cause the bag to rip. Alright. This was LA River that I was riding my bike on in April, where I hurt my knee. I would have been alright, but just kept injuring it over and over again. I feel like I should just wear this knee brace all the time, even if I feel good, just to provide that extra protection. Alright, I'm gonna go to Silver Lake and I'll kind of go through Echo Park, and hopefully I get some deliveries on my way back to DTLA. Very likely, but we'll see. Really nice day to walk around the Silver Lake Reservoir. Looks really nice today. At the dark park, yeah. I got a pickup at Honey High for $9. Putting me at 80 for the day. It's gonna be my 8th delivery. Aw, shit. It works. Alright, so it's gonna be right here on my left. Gotta go do a U-turn. Look at me trying to follow all the laws and shit. Moving up in the world. Alright, here we are. This thing's so steep. All the way to the top of this hill in Silver Lake. I got another pickup for 10 bucks at a market. I don't think I've ever been here before. It's gonna be interesting. I think it's like a juicery. So we'll see. There we go. Yeah, this hill is steep. Look how crazy it looks going downhill. Oh shit. It's pretty intense. Woo. Not even hitting the throttle. Doing like 28 miles an hour. Oh damn, that car got close. Can I make this light? Yep. Sweet. There's this lunch truck that parks here. It's called... shit, I forgot. I think seafood bomb as fuck or something. It's really good. And I'm very particular about seafood. It's really, really good stuff. I was gonna buy some if they were there, but they're not. Alright, I'm going to that Erewhon market. So Santa Monica. First time I'll pick up here. Should be interesting. Oh, this is new. Look at that food they got. Damn, I feel like getting me a salad. $17 a pound? Shit. I don't know about all that. It looks like really good food though. That's what I gotta pick up. So we got a couple drinks with this order. I asked the guy, is there like anything in there that is a drink? He's like, no. I'm like, all right. Then this thing still has a little hole that are made so when people get a drink, the air escapes through there. So, man, let's hope it all ends up in when all arrives in one piece. I got another pickup for $5. Oh, never mind. I'm not trying to go that way. For $5, is it worth it? It's going back. It's going back this way. Should I do it? Alright, fuck it, let's do it for another $5. So that's gonna put me at 95, right? Oh yeah, because it was 10 and this one was 5. So cool. About to hit $100 going to Hillhurst Avenue. Ah shit. It's a tough street to make a left on. Alright, got another shake. Cool. All set, baby. I gotta get that hat out of there. It's gonna get dirty. Gotta do a little bit of lane splitting. This street always gets super packed, so it's the best option. This truck taking up all the space though. Jesus. Was eating a burger. There he goes. Thank you. My boy grubbing on the whole sandwich. Shit, I'm hungry. I think once I hit my first 100, we'll go take a break. Walking with my Air Force Ones. I had a pair of Air Force Ones. That's when I realized I didn't like white shoes. They get dirty hella quick. Too much work to clean all the time. So we got a street light out, so I gotta be cautious. Ooh. I got one down. I got this other one. It's one of the big buildings. I already told the customer I'm 3 minutes away. Shit. Fuck it. I'm gonna have to wait outside for them to come down. 95 bucks. Well, I'm gonna take a break. My stomach's being a little crazy right now, so I'm gonna put something in that motherfucker. Probably go to Simply Salad. Give me a wrap. Oh yeah, just chill there. It's a nice spot to kick it. Maybe take a couple more pictures of the Crank Hustle hat and then post it up. So let me go offline. All right, cool. We good, babe? So far, and I got 95, so I'm averaging $9.50 or something like that per delivery. Really good. 70 miles I've ridden. I got 43 miles so far, and it's 3:16 right now. I started at 11 some shit, so 3 hours and a half. Cool. But first I'm trying to secure this with zip ties. I feel like it'll work a little better with zip ties. Maybe. I could be tripping. But I figured, you know, I'm not gonna need these first two denominations. I mean I don't need the hundreds or the thousands. I'm really just gonna need. Damn, are these zip ties even work? I don't even think these zip ties work. Ooh, this is a good delivery. I got two already for 21 bucks. One of them is really far. It's in Silver Lake. But I'm getting a good price. So let's do it. This is good for now. It's pretty sturdy. 9 deliveries. Man, this one didn't even fucking. This zip tie doesn't even fucking work. Let me take it off. Alright. I'll just use that one for now. Alright. Cool. See how that holds up. Alright, let's go get this food. I gotta go to New Moon. It's on May the 9th. Let's go. $20 doll hairs. Where's this other address? Oh, it's for the same person. Dope. So I got one drop off for this baby. That's awesome. I love this feature about my tracker. Every time the ruckus gets moved, it detects me within like in under a minute. It'll tell me. Now obviously I'll know that it's me if I'm on it, but if I get off and let's say I go inside a building, I'm delivering something, then I get the notification, my ass better run downstairs, try to get my ruckus back. But it's pretty dope. More headed around the same area as in Silver Lake for 13 bucks. That's really good. So I got a total of $24 in deliveries with just 3 deliveries. That's really good. It's a Blue Moon, so it's gonna be that door over there. Fuck it. I want to make a left here, so I'm gonna just leave my ruckus right here. The second pickup is at California Cafe, which is on the way to Sprinkles. Sprinkles is my last pickup. That one's gonna be on That one's going to be on 7th and Fig. So I got my route already of which way I'm gonna pick them up. So let's do it. Let me do the math too. Oh, it's 119. Yeah, that's easy. Yeah, 24 plus 95 is 119. No, wait, what? Or is it 114? Oh, let me do the math, guys. I'm tripping. 95 plus 24. Yeah, 119. Cool. Pickup number 2. I wonder what this last one's gonna be from Sprinkles. Usually it's cupcakes, but how much of? How many cupcakes? Hopefully it's a small bag. So I just got 2 drop-off locations and 3 pickups. 2 of them are going to the same person, and the other one is going to another person. Right on this. I got $34 in deliveries, not 24. I don't know why I'm tripping. So I got these cupcakes in here. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna put it in here. Let's see. This is thinner. So it's here. This way. Alright, that makes sense. So confirm pickup and confirm pickup. Oh yeah. One is 14, one is 10. Well, one's 11, one's 13. There you go. Thought I had gotten more. Cool. So now I got 2 long ass trips. Who's that lady? Delivered by 502, delivered by 506. So I'm gonna deliver this one first because it's closer. $20. Hold on, avoid highways. Now it's 22 minutes. Okay. Straight up the wrong way. I didn't even notice him at first. I looked up, I was like, there's a car coming directly at us. What? So it was a car, the Tesla was trying to get into my lane and he braked last minute. But I wonder if it was him that broke or the Tesla detected the collision and stopped. The world way, never know. But that was interesting. The Tesla stopped like really hard, like hit the brakes hard. Those fucking cars are really good. They're very responsive. You know what? I do have $34 in deliveries. The reason why I only see $10 is one is 10, and I think the other one that I'm delivering at the same place is 10 bucks as well. So, because it was 21, I remember now, it was $21 for the DoorDash one. That's why I accepted it, even though it was going so far. And then the other one was 13. So it was 21 plus 13. So I don't have 119, I have 129. I was like, what? That doesn't make sense. I feel like I had made more on those deliveries. And ding ding, I found the problem. Cool. So I'm at 129. I'm here. I'm gonna make sure to hit the counter right now. But I got 14 minutes to get to this other location according to navigation. And also the latest I can be there is 5:16 or 5:15. I basically got 15 minutes exactly. So it's gonna be a close one. See how fast I can get there. Ooh. This is like the second time I come in this building. The first time I got a little lost because yeah, it's one of those buildings that have like those weird units. And they have like different sections of the building that have different unit numbers. It's just strange. But let's go, baby. 15 minutes. With three minutes left on the clock. So pretty good timing. Now let's go back. See which way I should go. I should go back to Silver Lake. It's probably more strategic. Chinatown is kind of far. Let's go to Chinatown, because then I'm gonna have to end my dash to try to get something in Hollywood, and I might not be able to lock in a dash in downtown LA. So going back to Chinatown. Chinatown is where the downtown LA market begins, so I might head back there. Should make a right here. Let's do it. I'm back, baby. Chinatown. I had to replace the battery on my GoPro because yeah, I guess I used it all up. Your boy's been talking a lot today, so got a lot of shit to cover. So it's all good. This was a quick $8 order, 5 items at the Phoenix Inn, and I just had to deliver it right up the street. So definitely snagged that. Easy money. Putting me at 137. Delivery number 13. I'll count it once I deliver it. Fuck around and forget. That was quick. Should take me a few minutes. Alright. Gas. Filled the tank of gas. I got a pickup for Uber Eats for 13 bucks. Hallelujah. I'm gonna go this way. For how much? 13. So I was at what, 137? 150. Finally 150. I think I'm gonna get to 200 and call it a day. I gotta do some stuff, and I gotta wake up early too. I gotta be over there at 6:45. The class, the first one was online. The one I was talking about, all that was online. And then this next one is where we're gonna actually use the motorcycles. Pretty excited about that. Sounds fun. That's gonna be at 6:45 in the morning, and I gotta drive out to where? Let me look up the Addy. One sec, y'all. One sec. Where the Addy? Inglewood. All right, gonna go to Inglewood today. I mean tomorrow. So I gotta look up the address, see how far it actually is, and then head over there. I might have to leave an hour early. I'm gonna go an hour early just so I can be on time, chill, be in my car for a bit. And I'll let y'all know how it goes. But yeah, I got a pickup right here. Oh shit. No one's supposed to park here. Fuck. Alright, I'll just go in there real fast. Let's go get it. Hi. That was fast. Big ass bag. As I walked up, he was walking out with it. Perfect. Let's go do this damn thing. Had to deliver at the hotel right here. All right, all right. Oh, dinner rush about to come through. $6, nope. $8 for two, nope. Came to Echo Park and take a quick break. Forget how nice this place is. You can just chill here. There's a lake, a lot of greenery. People are just sitting down chilling. Someone over there with a mini piano, picture of a cat, couple here having a picnic, homie over here just sitting on his chair drinking a beer. Got a group of cyclists on the right just chilling. There's people riding boats, swan boats in the water. Pretty sick. I just came here to chill for a bit, bought some food. Probably go out and do a few more deliveries. Take a picture of this guy with his cat. That's dope. Take a quick pic of this place. So sick. Sweet, sweet. So I'm gonna close out the night. I got a total of 169 bucks. Probably more if you count all the additional tips on DoorDash. But 16 total deliveries, averaging over $10 per delivery, which is pretty good. Started around 11. Took 2 breaks. One of them was an hour, the other one was like 30 minutes. And that's it. See how many miles I got. 76 miles. I did take a few deliveries that are pretty far, long distance deliveries. Those were good. They were chill. So right now I'm gonna go and pay my registration fees for this Ruckus, because it is like a motor vehicle. You gotta pay your registration, the fees. You also gotta get insurance, all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do that right now. There's a kiosk that's open on my way home. It's on Central, so I'm gonna take care of that. I'm gonna go home and get ready to ride those motorcycles tomorrow. Learn how to use that clutch, baby, and see how it goes. I'm gonna take my GoPro, attempt to film it. If they shut me down, like, all right, whatever, I won't make a big fuss about it. But I will work tomorrow after that and tell you guys all about it. Pretty excited what I'm gonna learn. Yeah, I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know if y'all got any questions. I know I talked a lot about the handbook and kind of like what the material we're learning. I kind of just skimmed through it a bit. Hopefully that was informative. If you guys are interested in the class, I guess I could post a link of the website where I got it. You do pay a fee, and it's a 3-day course, hands-on. If you're a beginner, it's perfect, and this will set you up, get you ready for your M1 license. I'll get you guys more information on that, because I got some questions too, like what are they gonna send me, what are they gonna give me to help me get my M1 license, if there is anything. But we'll find out. Hopefully I don't have, hopefully it gets like, hopefully I can avoid the DMV test, not the written test, but like the actual driving one, because that means I will have to get a motorcycle to take over there, unless I can go with my Ruckus. I still got a lot of questions, but I'll let you guys know when I find out. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go get a hat if y'all want one. Support the channel. Alright guys, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace. Alright, your boy is good for another year of hustling. Registration fees have been paid. 136 doll hairs. My debit card didn't work at first. It didn't work the second time, and then the kiosk blocked me from using my debit card. So I had to use the ATM right next to it to take out money, get paid a $2.50 fee on top of the $136. And then I had to wait in line, wait for 2 more people that are waiting behind me, and yeah, I try again, and I did it. I was like, God damn, even the DMV kiosks give you a hard ass time. Jesus. But I'm glad I was able to avoid the damn DMV for this. Anything to avoid the DMV, I swear. I'll pay extra. Fuck it. But yeah, so yeah, your boy got the his tags for May 2023. I got some customized plates. I'm not gonna tell you what it is just yet. You guys will find out. It's pretty dope. It's 2 words, so y'all can guess it. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there before end the video. But catch y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.